Welcome to the unboxing and review of the FD G1500 2.4 GHz wireless keyboard and mouse. The brand is not something you might come across, and a quick search for the FD brand only yields a handful of sites you could buy it from. It's only from navigating to the URL found on the back of the packaging you can get any information on the company that makes it. There's quite a noticeable lag on the site, although I don't know if that's an isolated issue. It took several tries to get the English version. Even then, most of the content was still in Chinese. The navigation seems to be all over the place, and being that the English page is still in Chinese, it's hard to find anything. The offerings seem to be broadly categorized into cutesy, cartoony products, to trendy, chic, some audio gear, and then the odd singular devices which seem to be high performance or gaming gear. After some searching, you'll find that the brand is called Food and that they care deeply about wireless tech so that people can experience simple, convenient, and unrestrained fast-paced life. This was inconveniently placed underneath the rollover box containing text. There is a joint brand that is focused on audio, but we won't get into that. The packaging and marketing material does give the device a comparatively higher tier look, especially when compared to the slew of non-major label options out there. The box would lead you to think that the device will be of a similar color, but it's only when you look at the reverse that it says it's the black model. The box contains the mouse, keyboard, and batteries are included, which is a nice touch. The mouse has a shiny top side, and the bottom panel includes the cover for inserting the battery, as well as a handy compartment to store a nano receiver. The mouse wheel has a firm but steady scroll, and the buttons are seamlessly molded from the chassis. A true claw grip won't work with this mouse, and it should work best with the palm grip. The 1AA battery gives the mouse a nice weight, and tracking is very smooth. The buttons are truly quiet. At first you'd be hard pressed to hear any sound, but you'll hear a slight muted clicking if anything. Where this falls short is the middle button click, which is quite similar to normal noise levels. The keyboard is fairly solid with very little flex. It takes 1AA battery like the mouse and has little pop-out feet to raise the front end of the keyboard. The black all-plastic body and keycaps do have a premium feel upon closer inspection, but can appear shoddy at first glance, though the device itself is of a fair quality regardless of looks. The lettering has a slightly raised texture and appears to be printed on, though not too sure of the process used. The chocolate keycaps provide a nice solid feedback with light springiness and low travel. The typing itself is relatively smooth, very little to almost no drop keys. The dedicated function buttons are a welcome feature, and they do have multimedia options on it. Some of the keys are a bit tricky to type, especially the Windows key, which is placed awkwardly, and the delete key in the upper right corner, which is slightly hard to reach. There is one glaring issue that I had to notice with the keyboard, either on the packaging or on first inspection. The right shift key is placed at the farthest right of the keyboard, and reaching it is very hard. It'll force you either to hyperextend from home row or lift your hand to hit it. And it's not like only specialist users would require the right shift key. It's needed for special symbols and capital letters which most users would need. And it could have been easily placed where the print screen button is instead. A secondary but still irksome issue is the lack of home and end keys, which are quite handy for making quick selections with the keyboard. The page up and down keys are useful but not as missed as the home and end keys. So an overall score of 5 out of 10 for this. The mouse truly is a standout of this combo, even with the middle mouse button not being silent like the rest. Having said that, I still would not recommend getting this device, which is a shame because the overall premise and build quality is sound, and I can see this brand becoming something more than what it is. Especially if it works on the visibility of the brand and its website so consumers wouldn't have to go hunting for it. So FD, if you are watching, please address these very slight issues, as I'm keen to see more offerings, as would be other consumers with such caliber gear at price offerings available. That about does it for me. If you found this useful, please hit that like button, share the video, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.